Hello there, I'm Gary Foster and welcome to episode 54 of What Price Victory. And today's episode is basically a wrap on what has happened to Melbourne Victory in this rather protracted close season. So if we go back into our schedule and you have a look at the previous season, since the Grand Final series where we beat Sydney FC 4-1, we've had rather a protracted and very long holiday, allegedly, where we've been playing in the Asian Championship League. And how that all came about was that we got through the group stages in the previous year, and that set us up this season for a quarter-final game against Ulsan, where we lost the first leg 3-2, but we were able to overturn that in the second leg at home to win 2-0. That set us up for a semi-final against Beijing FC, and we had a 2-0 home win, which was set up by Jacob Italiano and a last-minute time added on goal by Brendan Skiri. That proved pretty vital because we lost the away leg 2-1, but we did enough with that away goal that was scored by Ryan Teague to get us through to the Asian Champions League final for the first time in their history. And we had a solid 2-0 win at home. Once again, a late goal by Louis Laurie Latanzio set us up pretty well. And then Jacob Italiano scored from a free kick to put us 1-0 up. And we in the second leg, and we went on to win 2-1. So for the first time in their history, we won the Asian Champions League final, 4-1 on aggregate. So it seems as if it was convincing, but for those that went through it with me, it wasn't as convincing as what that score may suggest. In the FFA Cup, we got knocked out in the second round by Western Sydney Wanderers, and that was a little bit disappointing because they got a last minute winner there. That sort of shows us the close season to date. The non-competitive and friendly games are against Premier League teams and State League teams, so there's not much point in going through those. Okay, so just what I would like to sort of show you. The finances and that are very secure. We made a lot of money from our run through the ACL last season, in the last competition, and as you can see, we're in a pretty healthy position. Overall balance, we've got about $25 million in the bank. The club vision is yet to be updated, but there is an expectation that we do well in the current A-League series, play entertaining football and develop clubs through the youth system. Now, developing players through the club's youth system is going to be important because we're under transfer embargoes because of takeover bids, which have been muddling along now for nearly a month, because we had a number of players that I wanted to sign that were on trial for our youth team, and we had to let them go, unfortunately. So as long as this transfer embargo is on us, that's going to impact on our ability to sign players. Our squad is pretty well settled. We've got Steve Prosser, who acquitted himself well during the A-League and the ACL season. As you can see, he's got 4.5 star potential. Perhaps I just might filter these out, the senior team. And defenders, Ryan Grant is probably a player that will be looking to offload, and Lars Dendoncker has just refused a contract which our DOF buggered up. So that was a little bit disappointing. In midfield, we've got pretty good performance there all round, although Connor Metcalf is currently under some contract dispute with us, and we're looking to resolve that as soon as possible. Jacob Italiano and Brandon Lawton, they're also on our radar to sign extended contracts. Our attacking midfielders, we're well served there with Jason Pace, who has come through our youth system, and you can see he's 4 to 5 star rating, so he's going to be a great player for the future. Jacob Italiano, already well established and the hero of the ACL. Brendan Skeary, who's probably better suited to the striking role, where he broke all goal scoring records for the club in the ACL. So I just might I'll go back to those sort of quickly. And on the striker side, Pace, Skeary, Laurie Latanzio, who's in contract dispute at the moment, and Marko Burkic, who's turned down a contract from 3 Croatian teams as well as us. So I'm not really quite sure what the long-term longevity for his playing future is. Just have a look in this Asian Champions League in our run. The player stats shows that Brendan Skeary, he was the top goal scorer. He actually scored 21 goals in 12 appearances, which was quite impressive. Jacob Italiano coming in there in 7th. The most shots on goal was Brendan Skeary, who also was more or less almost double the second player. Key passes, Jacob Italiano featured there quite well. In the defensive department, we didn't rank at all. And most clean sheets was Jared Collette. He was equal 5th for us. So that was our run in the Champions League. So in the A-League season, we go back to the previous season and have a look at that. You can see that Melbourne Victory were by far and away the most dominating team, although we did take a little while to get through and establish ourselves. So yeah, we've established ourselves quite well, and I think what we've done is that the What Price Victory rebuild has certainly been achieved. If you have a look at us across all fronts, how competitive we were in the A-League, we certainly picked ourselves up and established ourselves as championship contenders, and that was peaked last season, or just recently, by winning the ACL Grand Final or Cup Final. So with that, and the fact that we're under a dodgy takeover, what I might do is actually call an end to this What Price Victory save. As I said, I think I've established Melbourne Victory now as a competitive team in the championship. I've ticked all the boxes, and with FM22 coming out in the not too distant future, I think it might be time to bring an end to this save. So I'm Gary Foster. Thank you very much for travelling on this journey with me, and we'll catch up with you somewhere in FM22. All the best now. Bye-bye.